A Battle for the Soul of Islam. An American Muslim Patriot's Fight to Save His Faith. By Dr. M. Zuhdi Jasser. Narrated by Michael Prichard. Copyright 2012 by M. Zuhdi Jasser, M.D. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Threshold Editions, a division of Simon & Schuster, Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2012 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Introduction. As a Navy veteran, I have wondered at times what it was like for my country when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, what it really felt like to hear such shocking news over the radio. It was not until 9/11 that I had any real sense of what that day must have been like. However, in many ways I believe that history will view the 9/11 attacks as far worse than Pearl Harbor. The attack on Pearl Harbor, as terrible as it was military in nature and largely targeted our U.S. Navy, those whose duty it is to serve and protect their country, while 9/11 was an attack by terrorists upon civilians, and it was executed by men who claimed to do so in the name of God. As a Muslim, it is hard for me to put into words just how horrific this is, how deeply I believe it betrays my faith, and the depth of sorrow I feel for the victims. Like all Americans, I feel that that day will always be with me, and as a Muslim it forced me to confront certain realities. Once the shock of the attack wore off, my next response was pure rage. I wanted to get even with the bastards who had done this, and what added to my fury was that they had done this in the name of my faith of Islam. I had to find a way to address how angry I was about what had been done, and at the same time make it clear to my fellow Americans that true Islam, our Islam, was not what was represented by these madmen. I had no idea what a big job that would really be, that in fact it would become a second calling for me, the need to make the world aware of the difference between Islam and Islamism. To that extent, President George W. Bush was right. They do hate us for our freedom. I waited for other Muslims to come forward, to unequivocally denounce the actions of the 9/11 terrorists and to protest the very idea that Islam could be used as the excuse for such acts. There were Muslims who came forward to denounce the 19 terrorists and their acts, but there were more than a few times when it was done with the caveat of, "Yes, I believe it is terrible what happened, but one must look at U.S. policy in the Middle East, its support of Israel, and so on." The very
Sample complete. Ready to continue?